Oops. Hey guys, how's it going? Just Wednesday, hump day. There was quite an interesting thing, and I guess this comes across a lot where there's an inherent bias, attitude, view, expectations of certain I guess actions, positions, titles being what they are. Now, one of them is quite interesting. Where I put a link in the description of an article I read, and it's interesting when people say I don't want to appear too masculine or feminine, doing certain acts and blah blah blah. And I'm like, well, it's I guess contextual on what you would also classify as masculine and feminine, but like many other things, I think in kink it's one of those things where a lot of people mistake certain actions, titles, etc., with something being inherently dominant, submissive, or masculine or feminine. Um, like, I mean, classic example: Scots wear kilts, and someone goes, "Oh, but they're wearing skirts." I go, "Yes, but there's no doubt that quite a few the Scots wear kilts or skirts are masculine men, just like there's quite a few females that will wear pants and shorts, and there is no doubt that they are actually feminine, women or whatnot. Just using those terms loosely here. So, but that's kind of what I'm getting at is the inherent characteristics of one or the other. It is not predicated on like clothes or actions, or certain actions anyway, um, but kind of like the overall package, and some that are undoubtedly common to one or the other, but is not does not have to be specifically to one or the other. If you kind of get my meaning, I mean, um, like being coy and flirty, uh, you know, guys and girls go about different ways. Um, you know, to say that, I mean, a lot of say female dominance. Some people goes, oh, but they're all masculine. I go, well, not really. It depends on how they wield their dominance, so to speak. Are they acting more masculine in order to be more dominant, or are they using their so-called feminine wiles? I mean, men have, they're called feminine wiles for a reason, and that a lot of women actually hold quite a bit of power, wielding the feminine wiles, something which I guess is kind of lost a lot these days, and there's a lot of um, female feminine traits and all that sort of stuff that can be used, for by anyone of either or persuasion. And I'm not sure if I'm explaining it right, but I guess my thing is that there is some things that people view as inherently masculine or feminine, but a lot of it is in context to the particular people and their dynamic play at the time, and the actual power dynamic that they have, such as actual physical position. Some people think that a person standing over another is an inherently dominant position. But when you talk about the finer nuances of negotiation, you'll actually see that sometimes when people are standing up, they actually hold less power than the person who's sitting down. And people goes, well, what about kneeling? I said, well, it depends on, again, the atmosphere and the dynamic. Someone could be kneeling doing something and be entirely composed and in control, and the other person standing up could be kind of like fidgeting, looking uncertain, all that sort of stuff. So who has the power there? Is exactly the same as things I apply to this whole kind of masculine feminine bent on the way they're looking at and being afraid of being too masculine or feminine. There's ways and wiles you can do that. So I would like to question is, are there any things that you have classified as inherently masculine or feminine, and why? Have you seen instances of people that are one or the other have been able to carry off so-called masculine or feminine traits, in certain situations and what those situations were. And does that change your view a lot on how you view certain characteristics, traits, actions with regards to masculine or feminine? If not, why not? Are you running on just purely on the exceptions to the rule, or are you kind of thinking outside the box and just sort of saying, well, and looking contextually at certain situations? Anyway, that's it for the hump day. I got to get back into it. See you guys later.